Okay guys, we're going to work on the lesson 25 Ready Math book. So this is Recognize and Draw Shapes. This should be the first page you see in your packet. So make sure you look at this page before you get started. So it says triangles have 3 sides and 3 angles. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides and 4 angles. So a rectangle, a square, a rhombus, and a trapezoid, those are all quadrilaterals because they have 4 sides and 4 angles. Doesn't say that they have to be equal sides, but just as long as they have 4 sides and 4 angles. Alright, then we have a pentagon. It has 5 sides and 5 angles. Hexagon has 6 sides and 6 angles. And right here it says rectangular, prism, and cubes are 3-dimensional shapes. So that just means it's 3D. It's got different sides to it. So a rectangular prism has 6 faces, 12 edges. The faces are rectangles. So this flat surface is a face. And these lines, so this at the top, let me draw it for you. This is an edge, and this is an edge, and this is an edge. So you're gonna have more edges than faces most of the time. Cubes have 6 faces and 12 edges. So this whole surface is a face, and these are your edges. Hope that makes sense. I know the drawing's not good. All right, and then you have a back side, and this is an activity you can do. It says you'll need paper, crayons, or a marker. Help your child become familiar with the names and attributes. So attributes are ways to describe the shapes of various shapes by doing this activity. Work with your child to draw the wackiest 6-sided shape he or she can come up with. So they would color the triangles red, quadrilaterals blue, and pentagons yellow. And if you can't remember what those are, you can go back to this side. So this is an activity you can do, and I'm going to walk them through these pages. So it says, study the example showing how to name a shape, then solve problem 1 through 3. So this is an example. A triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners. So these lines, because this is 2D, it's flat. It doesn't have more than one side. These are the 3 sides, and these are the corners. It says a rectangle has 4 sides and 4 square corners. So here's our corners, and here's our sides. A hexagon has 6 sides and 6 corners. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. Now let's look at this one because it looks a little bit different than these two. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So it's still a hexagon. So let's go back down here and do number 1. It says write the number of sides and corners, then write the name of the shape. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 4 corners. So if we look back up here, it would be a rectangle. All right, let's look at this one. Let's count our corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Let's look back up here and see which one has 6 sides and 6 corners. And it would be a hexagon. All right, then we have a triangle. So we know because it has 3 corners and 3 sides. I go back up to check myself. 3 corners, 3 sides, triangle. All right, let's move on to number 2. So it says a rectangle has 4 sides and 4 square corners. A rhombus has 4 sides, the same length, and 4 corners. So each one of the rhombus's sides are the same length. I'm going to underline that so I remember it. A square has 4 sides, the same length, and 4 square corners. So you can see these corners aren't square. If I draw a line, they look like a triangle. But these have square corners. All right, number 2. Write T in the blank if true. Write F in the blank if it's false. Then write the name of the shape. So let's look at the first one. The shape has 4 sides the same length. Well, it does have 4 sides, but this length is not the same as this one. So I'm going to put an F for false. It has 4 square corners. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it did make square, so it's true. 4 sides, but not the same length, and 4 square corners, so it is a rectangle. Four sides the same length and 4 square corners. All of these sides are the same length. They have 4 square corners. So both of these are true. And this would go with a square. All right, the next one, 4 sides the same length and 4 square corners. Well, let's look at a rhombus because they look the same. It says 4 sides the same length. 4 sides the same length. Well, that one's true. 4 square corners. 4 corners. This one is false because it's not going to be square corners as I showed you up here. So this is a rhombus. And now let's look at number 3. Bruce says this shape is a square. Do you agree? Why or why not? Well, let's look at a rectangle. A rectangle has 4 sides, 4 square corners. A square has 4 sides the same length and 4 square corners. So it says, what do you think it is? Well, are all of these sides the same length? No, because a square has 4 sides that are all the same length, and this one just has 4 sides. So it is a rectangle. So I would write, I do not agree. Because this shape is a rectangle. I know because it has 4 sides, not the same and 4 square corners. All right, we're done with that page. Let's move on to the next one. All right, these are another example we can look at. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides and 4 angles. So any of these are quadrilaterals. Pentagons have 5 sides and 5 angles, and a hexagon has 6 sides and 6 angles. So it says, what is the name of this shape? How many sides and angles does it have? Shape name rhombus, number of sides 4, number of angles 4. So let's start with shape A. It wants to know the name first. So it has, before we can know the name, we really need to count our sides and angles and see which one it matches. So let's do that first. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 angles, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So 6 sides, 6 angles, and that matches a hexagon. B has 4 sides and 4 angles. 4 sides and 4 angles, that matches a quadrilateral. So I'm going to write 4 sides, 4 angles, and I'm going to write quadrilateral. All right, and the last one on this page, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides and 5 angles. So this is a pentagon. All right, now let's take a look at the next page. We're almost done. We just have a few more to go. Draw 2 different triangles, then write how many sides. So you can draw 2 triangles however you want to. Just a normal triangle. And then I drew one that has a square corner. So we know they have 3 sides. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Draw 2 different hexagons, then write how many angles. Well, let's go back and check how many sides and corner a hexagon has. 6 sides and 6 angles. So we can draw 2 different ones. 1 side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see how many sides it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I know it looks crazy, but it's still a hexagon because it has 6 sides and 6 angles. Now let's draw another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 angles. Number 4, draw 2 different pentagons. Now let's go back and check on pentagons. Pentagons have 5 sides and 5 angles. So here's our first one. You can draw them however you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 sides and 5 angles. Let's draw another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides and 5 angles. All right, number 5, fill in the blanks. Use the words in the box. So we have some, no, or all. Some quadrilaterals have 4 sides, no quadrilaterals have 4 sides, or all quadrilaterals have 4 sides. And the answer is all quadrilaterals have 4 sides. No quadrilaterals have 5 angles. Some quadrilaterals have 5 angles, or all quadrilaterals have 5 angles. No. Blank quadrilaterals have the same length. Some quadrilaterals have the same length. All right, I'm going to stop this video on page 268, and then I'll pick back up at 269 in the next video.